What are their thoughts of you, especially when it comes to what your future together will look like? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Mia Moksha, here on We'll See in the Moment for another Love Pick a Card reading. This is actually not just a regular pick a card reading, it's a very special one. It's part of this union series that I'm doing, specifically for those beautiful divine souls that are coming into divine love unions now or very, very soon. This is part of the ascension energies that is affecting the whole collective, but those that have been on their spiritual journey and have been doing their inner work, that have been spearheading this evolution in consciousness, are ahead of the curve and are ready to manifest these energies into the physical. So these are true love unions that you're coming into, and the energies of what it will look like in the future. So I hope you enjoy the reading, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful one. With a begin card, we're looking at their thoughts of you, specifically in regards to what your future together would look like. So it's going to be a highly spiritual reading, and I'm using some mythical decks, so the unicorn, mermaid, and dragon decks. Okay, so partnership. Teamwork will give you a better result. Build up your talented team. And trustworthy people to partner with. And King of Cups. Wow. Okay, so your person definitely will pay attention to what you really want, how you want to spend time with them. For example, if you're someone who really values quality time, they will definitely make sure that they spend, one or a few really, really quality hours with you, with no distractions, no phone, no technology, no other people, or people interrupt. They're like, let me call you back, or let me, finish the conversation, or end the conversation short and put the attention back on you. No TV, no low level of intimacy. It's straight on real intimacy, looking at each other, involved in something that is making you happy, having fun, you're interested in, really, really spending good quality time. Finding things, taking time during the week or during the month to, flag things and take notes, or, text themselves things that you might like or be interested in. Really, really making it an important part of their daily routine to spend good quality time with you, or whatever your love language is. It's like really honing in on how you feel that they are present in your life. If your love language is quality time and theirs was like and they think it's gift giving, and they constantly keep giving you gift, it's not going to feel like they're there, and that the love is there, and that they're there for you. So they really pay attention to those things and offer you a really love-filled connection, which takes work, and they are willing to put that in because they're such good partners with you. They like being on the same team as you. They like working with you, and they know if the couple that has fun together gets some real shit done together too. So they really put an emphasis on making sure that when you two have alone time and it's just you, the two of you, that it's a quality companionship. Really listening to each other, learning things about each other, discovering new things about yourselves with each other. It's really good quality time. You're having fun, you're learning new things, you're growing, and really looking at each other's faces, holding each other's hands, laughing, making jokes, trying to make the other person laugh. doing things that actually interest each other. It's kind of like an important quality that they know that they have to keep up. And I feel like goes both ways. They like working with you. So I feel like you two will have a really good relationship to get a lot of serious things get done, accomplish a lot of goals that you two have. And so they understand the necessity to have, a date night every week, and take notes whenever they think of something that might be a good date night idea. Wow. Okay, and what about in terms of emotions? The Siki and her skin, reclaiming your authenticity. Okay, and 8 of Cups. Okay, wow. So I feel like they make an effort to express themselves in different ways and different forms than they had previously. I feel like this is their also their journey to kind of see the best way that they can say I love you to you. They feel like, for some of them, actions speak louder than words, but it's kind of like saying it is not enough. Showing it is a bigger deal. And I feel like they take this as like a way to creatively express themselves as well, to even feel into like what makes them feel love and how can they show that to you. So I feel like this is another way of them not just exploring their own creativity, but and their own way of expressing this, but to kind of, in a very sentimental and meaningful way, show their love to you. So they might be very, very creative in all the different ways they say I love you to you. I feel like they'll repeat the ones they like. I got like an image of a wine cellar. So for example, if you love wine or are a wine connoisseur or always wanted to learn more about wine or have a better wine collection, I feel like they will get a specific wine that is so perfect for you, like curated perfectly for you. It's the kind of flavor that you like. It's from a region that means something to you, or it's from a memory from between the two of you, or it has like, it's associated with this image or this thing, and it's like so perfectly you. Like it has like just like 5 or 6 associations with you, and you're like, this is so perfect, this is so me, like this really means so much. Like you receive it well because you understand how much thought they put into it, right? And then like, maybe next year or the few years later, they might get you a nice like wine fridge or something, and then like maybe several years after that, they might like build up to like a wine cellar. But I feel like that's like one way that they show you that they love you, and they see that you receive it well, and they also like expressing their love in that way. Maybe they like looking for wines that like are perfectly you or something like that, right? But that's like one love language. And maybe a second love language is like, bringing you out to sea or something, and then like they wanted you to see, like maybe you showed interest in like whale watching or something, and so they bring you to whale watching, and then you get like horribly sick, and like maybe you're like seasick or something, and so they're like, okay, we're gonna nix the boat idea, even though I like sailing and I like doing this. Like I'm gonna find another way to express my love for her that it's not has to do with her on a boat for a long time or something like that, so like, and maybe they find something else, and then like the love languages that they find that they love, the love expressions, way that they love expressing themselves to you, expressing their love to you, will accumulate over time. And the way that didn't work, they're gonna like nix. But like I feel like there's some that they like more than others, and it's just like it's fun for them because this is how they're expressing their love, so they love it too. So this is like a really good way to kind of express their love to you, and they find like they can get deeper in their love with the nuances of expressing their love to you, if that makes sense. Like with that wine example, it's like, getting different bottles. It's like shows like the different parts of you that they pay attention to and stuff like that, or that they like about you or something like that, you know? And so it's like the way that they can expand their creativity and how they express their love to you, expands their love for you, and also expands their love for themselves as well. So this is why the way that they express love is so important, and it's never ending. It's a good thing to love, to express love, right? Okay, so how do you two present outwardly to others in terms of your future together? Aquamarine Dragon from Neptune enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. So there's this journey that you two are on where you two kind of like to go to the depths of your feelings, the depths of your desires, and uncover them. And you both feel very safe with each other in order to do that, and safe within yourself and who you are. And that leads to you two uncovering a lot of profound wisdom. I would not be surprised if you two are the most serene, calm couple that everyone goes to for advice, because it seems like you both have your shit together. I mean, you can just tell from the way that you act in front of each other and not react when things go weird. Like, you know, you two are the ones who keep their calm, knows when to use their strong voice or opinions, or, you know, their strong emotions. You use it very tactfully. You are able to think even during chaotic times. You are the go-to people for anything, for your in terms of your work, in terms of your family, in terms of your friends. Yeah, I feel like you two garner a lot of wisdom because you two allow each other to explore the depths of your emotions. This is a very deep feeling couple. Like you two have a lot of complexity to you, and you may have never found anyone to mirror that for you, mirror the amount of complexity you're able to maneuver, like to uncover, like the human nature. It's very complex. The human behaviors, the personality traits, and skills, and all, and experiences and stuff like that. It's a very diverse fabric. But I feel like there's like some people who are, you know, younger souls that are still kind of figuring how to explore more of that, where you two are very, very old souls and can explore a multitude of different aspects of yourself that not many people can mirror and allow you to do. You two can do that for each other. The Empress. Wow, in reverse, yeah. It's tough though, because I feel like the two of you can do that very easily with each other, because you both are very deep and, like, you know, philosophical, just very curious people, very wise. Maybe you've had a lot of experiences in life, or maybe you listen to a lot of stories of people. Maybe you just are very psychic and remember a lot of past lifetimes, or you're just very well read, or very you've been a very curious person, and, you know, sought out experiences or whatever life had to offer you, as much as life had to offer you. But yeah, there's a very deep soul here, very old soul. And it's very difficult to kind of convey some of the things that both of you understand. Like, it's kind of like, yeah, it's obvious that, don't you know, like, if you do this, this happens. To others who may not be able to do that kind of mental gymnastics. So I do feel like I do feel like you two have a hard time kind of being you are yourselves in front of other people, but you are yourselves the most with each other, because I feel like the two of you are evolved enough throughout your life, or at least this next chapter or whatever, that you're very comfortable being yourself, even if people around you don't understand. but that's the beauty of being with each other, is that you two very deeply understand each other, and so you can be yourselves but then also be understood by your partner. So I feel like with other people, it might be that even though you're yourself, some things might just go over their head. Yeah, develop your psychic abilities and receive ineffable soul knowledge. I feel like the two of you are, I was gonna say, like, go on a really deep emotional journey, but it's not just emotional, it's spiritual. Yeah, and I love how this king and this beautiful mermaid are kind of looking out into, you know, when someone's like really deep in thought and they're just like staring off into the clouds kind of thing. I feel like the two of you are very pensive thinkers. You have deep thoughts, not overthinking, not critical thinking, like not overly critical thinking, but you two have the capacity to visualize very beautiful ideas, conceptualize very beautiful ideas. It's because you two are very highly connected. You two can be very good storytellers. You can do anything. You two are very, very creative. You two are very are visionaries. You can really do anything you want. You can do charities. You can do art, music, or some sort of creative pursuit. You can dabble in a lot of these things, or you two can be, like, you know, recluses and just kind of like time to yourself, reading books, sailing your boat, you know, fishing, or tending to your garden. Like, it really, there's like a wide scope of people that could have picked this pile, but yeah, you are visionaries. You can see far. You can see far and wide. That's not an accident. It's because you two can have gone very deep with your energies and are able to go very deep with your energy. So the divine can give you very, very profound visions and ideas. You're capable of downloading visions and ideas of that caliber. Okay. So what will the two of you prioritize, or will be like the template for your love and life? Forgiveness in reverse. And it's funny because the Empress came out in reverse too. I feel like the two of you spearhead a movement of forgiving. There's a spiritual aspect to this that almost seems religious. It's like people see you as like a prophet or some sort of saint, or just like highly like holy people, whatever you want to call that, gurus or priests, priestesses, or religious leaders of whatever you want to call it. The Sun card, are you kidding me? Wow. Yeah, you two are you're the embodiment of saying it's okay of what happened in the past, who you are in the past, as long as you're here now, kind of thing. I feel like the two of you had a very difficult life before you met each other. Yeah. It could have been that you were always at a disadvantage whenever you started, whether it's a new school, new job, new friendships, new relationships. It always felt like you were at a disadvantage, or you grew up with very little, or very, very difficult situations in terms of family. Maybe were betrayed a lot, had very rough experiences. Maybe you two were alone a lot, had a lot of experiences in love and friendships and money and living situations. It just feels like a lot. And it probably took a lot for you to forgive the divine for putting you through an experience like this, forgiving yourself for feeling like putting on a version of yourself that you're not too proud of because you needed to survive or get through something, or making certain decisions. I feel like the two of you had to learn how to forgive yourself and forgive others. And that was such a big thing. Very, very huge. I wouldn't even call it forgiveness. It's more understanding. Some things were very, very wrong. And it was like, well, forgiveness is akin to understanding. So if you can understand something, why it happened and how it happened, then, you can't completely hate it, and that cracks it open for a little bit of love and understanding, right? At least understanding. So I feel like the two of you really show the way to the many people who are awakening and might be pointing a lot of fingers, giving a lot of hate, who don't understand why bad things had happened, or what can be done about it now in a positive way. That's where the two of you step in. I feel like the two of you have a huge hand in the healing of the collective for those that are awakening. The fact that the two of you are visionaries, I feel like the two of you do this together. And it kind of is like comes full circle. Like it kind of brings you to a deeper understanding of each other's lives. Not everyone who comes into a relationship needs to know every single detail of your past. Like it's good to know that person. It's good to know a little bit of your past, of their past. But for you in a relationship, it's not good to just say everything right off the bat. That's not going to appeal to anyone, right? Everyone has a past that they don't like, right? Things about their past they don't like. And if you just kind of tell everyone everything, the good and the bad, it's going to open you up to ridicule or someone pointing things out that you might not like, and potential hurt. To be open with someone is to be vulnerable, the good or the bad. They can use that against you. But when you find someone that's really trustworthy, you find a real true partner that you can completely unveil parts of yourself. And I feel like the two of you go on this journey to kind of tell your story to other people that probably might be having a hard time with the things that spiritual awakening does in the beginning, which is confront you with the truth about yourself, your experiences, and the truth about what's going on out there. The thing is, the two of you are very real visionaries. I keep looking at this man and woman that are kind of looking off to the distance. You really give people a good idea. It might not be exactly how this new earth or this new chapter of human history is going to look like, but the two of you tell one hell of a story. It really captivates people. It really inspires them. It makes them feel otherworldly, and that's what they need to climb out of this energy. I feel like there's a lot of people on this planet right now that are in this energy of, I think some would call it delusion, but I believe it's this this internal spiritual warfare where we've been so segregated from the truth in so many matters that our minds and our souls need a sort of fairy tale that resonates with us to kind of pull us into a life that more aligns with our truth. And so I feel like you two may be storytellers. You may create novels or books, or even share your own stories or your version of the future, your visions of the future. But whatever you two do, you do it together, and it really helps a lot of people. It could be small groups, family, friends, neighbors, or it could be larger groups. I do feel like you two kind of leave something behind, like a story behind that people listen to. And then I do feel like the two of you kind of like, once you've done your deed, kind of go off to the countryside and live your life out in peace, maybe with other visionaries. But it feels like you don't, once you're a visionary, you don't stop being a visionary. And so it feels like once you help people plant the seed, you rather go live in your garden that's like in full bloom, beautiful. You'll help other people, but your own garden, your own home is where you'd rather be. It's everything that you want and it worked hard for. So I wouldn't blame you, Pile One. This is just the beginning. I feel like the two of you have quite a wonderful adventure ahead. Train whistles, confirmation, working together. I feel like this is a very airy-fairy connection. Relationship. The two people involved here. And so you two get to live a very dreamy life. It's just, it might be hard for some people to kind of get there, the people that you are helping. So it's really nice for you to kind of just do your work and then go back home, where it's like you get to actually live that existence, the airy-fairy, dreamlike, heaven on earth existence, right? All right, Pile One, so I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, I really appreciate a like or comment. Again, this was for those beautiful divine souls coming into perfect divine union now or very soon, or better union. So let me know what you think, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 2. With the live card, we're looking at the thoughts of you, specifically about your future together and what your future together will look like. All right, so let's look at the actions, the dates. By the way, this is a very highly spiritual reading, so I am using mythical decks of unicorn, mermaids, and dragons for this reading. Abundance. Oh, wow. Look at that. Enjoy the beauty of life. Your supplies unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. So I do feel like when this union comes together, there is a large amount of abundance that comes in around the same time. And it feels like this allows you two to kind of have really playful dates. And I feel like they're also innocent because the two of you are in such a, good vibes energy that even with all this abundance, I feel like the two of you are just like, yeah, I want to be able to get the nicest resort with the nicest lawn, grass, field, where we can just, lay out and not be disturbed or something like that. Like, I feel like it's like both of you can be upgraded to like the most luxurious dates and vacations and outings that the world can provide. You can afford anything, but at the same time, both of you are just like so close to nature and so close to pure divine energy. That's like the abundance is felt in such a pure and natural way. The Ace of Cups. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I do feel like this happens right at the beginning of union, physical union. So I do feel like, you know how sometimes if you get a lot of money, like a lot of those people that win lotteries, and they just go crazy and spend a lot of money on just like everything that they've always wanted, and they overspend, and they kind of run through everything so quickly, and then they're right back where they started, right? I feel like the two of you do something different. I feel like the two of you spend a lot of time just in this high frequency energy. Again, I do feel like you spend some money, but I feel like you spend it on things that are like so close to nature. Like I'm getting one of those really, nice like little mini resorts that are in like tree houses or something in like Norway or something like that. Like just very um maybe exclusive or luxurious getaways and dates, but they're very, very close to nature. I feel like I'm getting like you just drink water, and there's no like I don't see any like bad habits involved. No spending money on things that are bad for you. Not even food. That everything's not even food that's bad for you. Everything's like clean. Like you can go to like a concert and get like VIP tickets, like the whole thing, right? No, you're out to be out in nature, drinking clean water, picking flowers or something like that. Going to going on swims in pristine beaches or nice like helicopter rides or something like that, or just like staying in like places where you can see everything from high up. Yeah, both of you, even with this huge influx of abundance and however that comes to you, and I feel like it's more than one way. I feel like both of you get an influx of money, and it's not. I do get like a lump sum, so it could be just like a windfall of money, but also like an increase in income, like your income. Um, the right investment opportunities, also the right opportunities in everything, like living situation, work situation. Um, yeah, and I'm getting the first things that you two do is just you two just want to be close to nature and spend time with each other in physical union in nature. And yeah, that I do get romping romping in the fields or something, like just really really embodying this divine union energy, really making the most of it, really grounding it, grounding it with in a lot of ways with sexual energies, but also in nature, and just like everything, just eating outside. I'm going farm to table. Everything is fresh. Everything is as clean and the best ingredients that you can get. Cleanest waters, the best air quality. You're going to all these places. It's like you're spending money, but it's like on clean, very high frequency things. It's like you're extending that high. I see. So Spirit saying that this is necessary because it needs, like at this time, the collective energy needs to increase a lot in a very short period of time. And one of the best ways to do it is to get those already capable of reaching really high frequency energies, high frequency emotions, and then keeping themselves at that high frequency state, to kind of bring them into like 5D, to bring them into this like highest level energy and keep them there for a long time, in order to bring the whole collective energies like spike up. Interesting. So you two are like interested. You're like, I want to eat the cleanest foods. I want to, be close to nature. I want to have like a really good sacred sexual love making and spend time with each other. And like you two are just in a high frequency. It's very, very enjoyable. This is heaven on earth. This feels like you're just like angels frolicking in flower fields. Like, it really feels like flower child like energies. Wow. So I guess that's what the two of you will be doing a lot. And like when the way that you spend quality time together in the beginning of a relationship is kind of like continues for the rest of the relationship, right? Because that's like how you two kind of remember each other and it'll be something that you two bond over and will continue doing. Maybe not as frequently, but I do feel like the two of you will continue doing something similar to that in the future. Depends on your personality, but if you like, you know, the luxurious tree houses in the middle of a beautiful scenic forest or mountain view, lake view, or you know, beautiful fields of flowers, or, you know, secluded areas, secluded beaches or lakes, or very high frequency places that are difficult to get to, or are very left untouched by human hands, kind of thing. Visiting places to get all the cleanest ingredients and trying out the local foods there. I'm getting walking a lot. I'm getting frolicking a lot, but just like being outside, I'm getting like both of you like sharing an apple, things like that, running in orchards. I'm getting like your days go by just doing things like errands like that, picking apples together, things like that. Just very light work. I'm getting not much heavy physical labor. It's more light work. You guys are having fun, enjoying most of your days. Very interesting. You might be working with like supplying clean water, supplying clean food. Very little light work, but majority of the time spending time together. So I feel like this is something that you two kind of do throughout your life. Spending a lot of time in nature, especially when you're kind of in your honeymoon phase, or kind of just like need some time away from the city or from people and just need some peace and quiet. You two will definitely be down. You know what this means for you know, the intimacy of your partnership. And I feel like you always come back with a gift for humanity. Like, I feel like you come back with gifts for your friends and family, with like really healthy food, or, you know, hooking up a nearby community with the appropriate water channels or something like that. You two are always kind of, something always productive comes out of this kind of venture. But I feel like it's your connection, your union kicks off with this kind of energy, and it's just so beautiful. I feel like the two of you just frolic like flower children, and it's beautiful. Two of you giggling, you know, following each other around and picking flowers and fruit. And yeah, a lot of lovemaking, smiling, laughing, enjoying the beautiful scenery, just taking naps outside, you know, naming clouds, and really getting back to like the basics, like really getting in tune to your spirit and soul and the divine. And this is very necessary. You'll like it. It'll be very extremely pleasant, blissful, blissed out. You two will be blissed out. This is necessary for a period of time to actually help the collective spike in its energy, go upward. Okay, and then what about in terms of emotions? Air, oh my goodness. Breathing deep, entering into life, exchanging of life, bringing energies. Yeah, I feel like the two of you are each other's like air. Yeah, this is a live card. You two are like, oh, you're just so alive. You can't be too far away from each other. You two, I just can't keep your hands off of each other. It's like the breath of life I'm getting. Is just, you can't live without each other, like each other's air. This intense amount of love, and you get, you know, the thing is, like, when people feel this extreme amount of love, they're often thrown back into this 3D life, and they don't get to kind of fully experience that thrilling, blissed out experience of being so in love but not being hindered by the low frequency 3D life that kind of brings that energy down. I feel like the two of you get to really live that out, live that energy and that frequency out fully. You know, what a blessing. The star card. Oh, how beautiful. It really does feel like, when the two star-crossed lovers finally come together, it feels like it's like even the universe is like, oh yeah, we've been waiting for a match like this to come together and to kind of really fulfill their physical desires. And it's so funny because I feel like a lot of people don't really know what they want, but when you have that kind of love, it's like that's all you want. It's all you want, and you two get to experience that, really just live in the moment and really live and breathe that high level of divine love here on this world, on this plane of existence. And that's such a beautiful thing, and it's so necessary right now. You can do it guilt-free, nothing, nothing, no responsibilities holding you back. Both of you are free to do this, as Spirit is saying. I feel like, and this never ends, because I feel like because the connection begins like this, you two will have very, very deep intimacy, physical intimacy, that is brought around by just beautiful natural settings and divine energy. It's pure love. It's not pornographic love. It's not like they wish, right? It's not I just need to get off, or I just need, like I'm stressed out, or I'm having a bad day, or I need to have some fun. No, this is an expression of sacred love, and it's beautiful. And it's like when you're in that flow and you're making love, it's just like you two just flow, right? It's like that never goes away, and that desire for each other in that way never goes away. And it's a beautiful thing when it's with your partner, and it's out of love. And that's what I see here. It never goes away. You two love to express your love to each other in that way, and it's intense. It's a very intense thing that you two have in your physical connection. I feel like a lot of people would show their love through, how each other behaves through tough times, and the love and support for each other, loyalty towards each other through tough times, and dreaming up big, beautiful dreams and goals, and possessing the qualities that you've always wanted in yourself and seeing that in the other person. There's so many reasons why love is strong between two people. For the two of you, it's second nature. It's so hard to not recognize. It's so deep. It's like this is my life. This is how I breathe, It's a very, very intense thing, which just kind of shows you how strong your soul connection is with each other. All right, so how do you two present yourselves outwardly to others going into the future? Golden Orange Dragon, expand your light for extension. Okay. Yeah, so I do feel like the two of you, peaceful warriors. You're like make love, not war kind of people. I feel like your love triumphs all. I'm seeing a lot of examples of where the two of you show other people that you can win an argument, you can win a business deal, you can, fight against the dark, or overcome darkness, or think of a solution that doesn't have to harm someone or a group or the environment, through love, just an awesome amount of love. I realized I didn't shuffle my dragon deck that much, as well as I should have, because I pulled some cards on my other channel. But I got the golden Christed dragon, so you can kind of tell that this is kind of a similar energy, but like brings you higher love, so you can embody the Christ light. Absorb the Christ light. You are protected, expand your heart, and remain fifth dimensional. So this is definitely an energy of like, there's a reason the two of you are so inseparable and have such a strong desire physically for each other, and have such a profound, sacred love union and energy about you two. It's like people can feel it, like the intense amount of love you two hold, and you two have such a strong love for each other and such a strong love for the divine, however you see that, that it's channeled through not just your sacred love making, but also through your acts of love to others. So just being in people's presence, just existing, the two of you are downloading and channeling such strong fifth dimensional energies onto the planet. So like, that's why like Spirit's like, yeah, you two just do you. You're anchoring in a lot of light right now, and you're protected. So your job is just to kind of deepen that love, expand that love, and it just permeates throughout any time and space you're in. And so you two are just meant to kind of just like live your life. It's probably going to be a more gentle life. It's probably going to be a lot of deep love between the two of you. You two might try to get attacked by other energies that don't have as much light. But it's impossible because you two are like kind of appointed to bring this amount of light energy onto the planet. The Hangman, and you two know it. There's an extreme amount of confidence that comes with this kind of love energy. It exudes out of the two of you no matter where you go, whether you're at an event together or just casually out for like a dinner date. You notice that people tend to give you like one of two reactions for the most part. One, just like a adoration, like people keep looking at you like, oh, what a sweet couple, they look so good together. Oh my god, you can tell that they have so much love there. Like, look how like they act when one person is like, when someone says something to one person, you know, this is true love. Like, oh yeah, like that's so beautiful. Like that's what we need to see more of in the world. Or the second kind of reaction, which is just jealousy, envy, or who do they think they are? Like, that's going overboard. Why are they even acting like that? Like, they're so extra, or they're so fake. Like, that's definitely an act. Like, like I'm gonna try to steal that person away from the other person. Like, so you see, like, there's two different strong reactions that you get from people who see you a lot, you know. And so that's why the two of you are kind of like guided to kind of be out in nature more. You two might have a lot of like an affinity for animals. You might love working with animals or being around animals. You might have a lot of animals, or plants and just like nature. I'm getting water. I feel like the two of you need to be around water a lot, or visit water frequently, or a place with water frequently. But mountain as well. So yeah, definitely you do love natural landscapes, you know, whether it's like just at home or traveling or both. Yeah, you two are like super confident. Like, you're like, no one like it's kind of funny to you when someone tries or thinks they can even try to break the two of you up or something. And for those that adore you, I do feel like that's kind of why you two might have a lot of fans. Like, you two could be really good on social media. You might do things where you show people, you know, how you two live, or how to learn certain skills. You two might take, you know, put on classes for people. You might work with smaller groups, bigger groups. It doesn't matter. It depends on you. You know, you might work from home. You might work and travel a lot. It really depends on the two of you, but I do feel like you like to visit, places with a lot of natural scenery. I do feel like with that amount of love and adoration, you do get a huge audience, people who genuinely love you and want to be more like the two of you, and people who are jealous and envious and love to hate you, just because they hate themselves. But either way, you are planting seeds. You're showing people how to hold more love energy, and what's a more loving way to be, and how to think more lovingly as well. Okay. And what's like kind of the template that you two have, that you honor the most in your connection? That's for your love and your life in general. Travel. Yes. See. So and it came out in reverse. So I'm like, yeah. So whether you two kind of like to just kind of explore around your home, maybe you have really, really big, a lot of acres of land, or you just like to explore like trails and fields and stuff around you, or you two like to travel and go out a lot, or if you two kind of are close, like not in a really rural area, you might want to go visit more peaceful, calm areas a lot. Can we see with the boat and the water? Yeah, somewhere where it can just be you, me, the moon, and the stars, baby. Like just, or fields and just secluded water again. It's just where it could just be the two of you. Somewhere with somewhere that's higher up, in the clouds almost. Yeah, just in treehouse, like you see all these kind of places. The stars are getting like where you can just see the stars really nicely without light pollution, that kind of thing. It really you really fill each other's cups up a lot because of how much you love each other. And we talked a lot about like physical intimacy, but you two do express your love for each other in a lot of different ways as well, just by doing little things like we're grabbing some water for the other person, or I just saw this really cute TikTok where it's like there was like 2 slices of pizza, and the couple, they were like, one was holding the plate that the pizza was on or something, and the other one was like cutting it, and as soon as the pizza was cut, both of them grabbed a slice of pizza and put it on the other person's plate. Put it on their partner's plate. They both put it on their partner's plate, and then they both looked at each other and then like smiled, and it's so cute because like that's how much they love each other. They like always put the other person first, and they give them food first before they give themselves food. So something like that. You two always like show, like do things, cute things like that all the time, like where you show how much you love each other, like always looking at each other when you're talking in a group of people, seeing what their reaction is, always making them look good, but kind of if you do crack a joke about the other person, it's like in the best light, in a way that shows like how much you know that other person, or things like that. Always highlighting each other's best qualities, helping each other improve the qualities that they don't like in themselves, and things like that. Never judging the other person, unconditional love. Holding space for them when they make mistakes. It's like those. It's like a couple that like, that can never do wrong in other person's eyes. They're ride or die. Always there for each other, kind of thing. Okay. The lovers. Are you kidding me? Wow, look at these cards. Yeah, intertwined. Oh, so seahorses. How cute. The star cards and the lovers. I feel like you two even like travel like out of your body when you make love. I think, okay, so where did I read this? David Hawkins, yeah, book about what's it called? Letting go. Yeah, it's kind of like when you reach kind of a heightened level of spiritual awareness, and you're making love with your lover, it's not even like, it's like you embody the energy of the orgasm. I'm gonna get demonetized, I just know it. Whatever, this is worth it. This reading is worth it. It's for my highly divine soul, so it'll be what it is. But yeah, when you just embody the energy of it, of that, of the O, instead of actually being in your physical bodies, like you're just experiencing the energy of the O. And you can feel it in both the bodies. You can feel yourself outside of the bodies, and it's just like you're seeing it from the different experience as the energy of the O rather than of the bodies, you know, what the individual experiences. And yeah, you can definitely feel like partner and everything. And so that's it's energy I'm getting. It's like you two kind of transcend your bodies. That's why there's a lot of physical intimacy here, is just because the way that you two connect physically, you can like leave your bodies. You two might be really good astral projectors. You might do a lot of things where you help people spiritually, emotionally. You might travel like astral travel together, and you know, share the wisdom that you uncover. You might share a lot of secrets about love relationships. You might have a lot of workshops about that, or teach a lot of people about that, or just like anything in general. Yeah. But I feel like the foundation for this life and the love that you two hold is transcending it. Transcending your physical bodies and being with each other with in energetic bodies. Whether it's astral traveling or lovemaking or seeking wisdom or new experiences, and seeking the golden nuggets, like golden nuggets of information, or the best quality of ingredients, or resources of some sort, sharing that with the world. Like you two, yeah, you can go really anywhere with this. All right. Yeah, it is a very, very exciting connection. You two definitely feel very, very alive. You have a very, very light life, but I feel like there's a lot of experiences you two have where it's kind of like with the star-crossed lover, it's like a near miss. You know, you two might have a lot of like reason to have a lot of deep love making. Like you two might have a lot of situations where it's just like, oh my goodness, can you believe that actually happened? Like, are you kidding me? Like that's crazy. And then love making ensues, because like you realize how short and how fragile this physical life is. And yeah. And you two also feel very, very alive when you connect to nature and get to transcend your physical bodies as well. So, you know, connect with the trees and the birds and the animals. So yeah, I really, really love this energy. You two constantly fill each other's cups, and so much that you can expand your heart and help those in need, but from a distance. I feel like you two aren't like too involved with people. Like you try to just keep it like general. Yeah, like at an arm's length from people, whether it's like classes in person, like small classes in person, larger speaking engagements, or like if you become really, really public figures, like, you know, you'd have a moment where you speak to a lot of people and then kind of go back to your home sacred space, you know. But yeah, this connection has like, there's a lot of exciting moments, like makes you feel alive. And you two are constantly filling each other's cups and sharing it with the world. Very, very beautiful energy. All right, pile 2. I'm like speaking more so I can like be in it a little bit longer. All right, pile 2. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, I really appreciate a like or comment. This is for my really, really highly divine folks coming into physical union now, very soon, or a better union. So with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much, much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3. The love card, looking at their thoughts of you and what your future together will look like. So let's look at what your dates and time together will look like. By the way, this is a highly spiritual reading, and I decided to use a lot of mythical creatures, so the unicorn, mermaid, and dragon decks for this reading. Patience. Pause before you take action. Trust that the divine timing is at work. Be patient and play whilst you wait. It came out in reverse, so I have a strong feeling that the two of you have waited long enough. And it seems like your manifestation abilities have really taken hold on the way that you both perceive and live life now. Yeah, I'm getting that you two don't have to wait as long to manifest what you need. It's because the love between the two of you is so strong that you're able to manifest things really quickly, align to things that are for your highest best good. If you're trying to figure out what you want, your options, decisions, or you're trying to call in opportunities, it happens much quicker than both of you have ever seen in your life before. And it's a law of multiples, you know, like if you have more than one person manifesting the same thing, it'll come in much, much faster. Not twice as fast, exponentially fast. You know, not times 2, but the second power, like that strong. And I'm also getting, because the love is so strong, you both really keep wishing and wanting the best for each other. And you know how it works. If you're unselfish in your prayers and your wishes and desires, like it's for your partner, for them to get that job that they wanted, or to get over that cold quicker, or to find what they're looking for in this next chapter of their life. When you care that much for someone and show them that much love, it manifests very quickly for them. And I feel like it's mutual. You both do that for each other. You figure out like, oh, what does this person really want? How can I help them? If it's not in a physical way, then it's in a spiritual way, and you pray or you wish for them. 10 of Wands. Yeah, I do feel like the two of you take on a lot of things. Fun stuff, and I'm getting it's all fun. It's just not the way that everyone else would describe it. But I think the two of you find a lot of things fun that maybe a lot of people find as hard work. And that's the beauty of this. You both really enjoy creating this life together. It's not hard work for you. It's not a lot of work. It's not stress. It's just fun imagining these things and making your creations and your visions come to life. I feel like the two of you are planners. You like to work on really, really big goals, lofty goals, and long-term goals. And you really enjoy the process of making that happen. And so when it comes to having fun with each other and enjoying dates, it's kind of like you're dating all the time, because you love spending time working on things together. Like your day-to-day routine or even long-term projects. I feel like you two even like will be watching a movie and then have an idea, or one of you will have an idea, and then they'll stop the movie, stop mid-popcorn feeding and just hash out this idea and really enjoy bringing this idea into life. Whether you go through with it or not, it's just both of you really engage each other in creating this life together in little and big ways. And so when it comes to dates, it feels like it's spontaneous, which is funny because I feel like both of you are such planners and like to schedule things, organize things, and like it's fun for you to kind of work through things together. Mix it up, work on this thing one day, work on this thing next month, and blah, blah, blah. So I do feel like the two of you enjoy working together a lot, and that's why you like working on so many different projects, small and big, together. You like sharing your ideas, hearing how the other person is going to add to your ideas or disagree with you or make something better. I feel like your project manager is this couple. But I do feel like because it feels like you two are on like an endless date your whole entire life, your kind of actual dates are a little bit more spontaneous, where instead of having an idea for a project, you have an idea for something that's fun, and you two kind of get on it right away. It's like, if you're not doing it that night or in that second, that hour, maybe, later in the week or next weekend or, next month if it's a really big thing. So both of you are very, very spontaneous when it comes to dates, just because you two are kind of in a life where you're on an endless date anyway. You love working together and sharing ideas and figuring out solutions and accomplishing things. And so you two are working really well together, and it's kind of like you're dating in every little project that you do, but you're also spontaneous, not just for ideas for goals you both want to accomplish, but for fun things that you two want to do. If you going with that movie theme, if one of you remembers the movie that you think that your partner would really like, it's like, oh yeah, it's really good. Like, it's about this and this. It's maybe something relevant to something you two were just talking about, or you two are in a group, hang out with a group of friends, and it came up, and you're like, yeah, you know what? Let's go tomorrow. Let's go watch this movie, or I'm gonna find this movie and we're gonna play it tomorrow. We'll make a thing of it. We'll get this kind of food because it relates to it. Or if it's like a spur of the moment date trip, like, yeah, let's do it this weekend. Like, there's no time like today. You don't want to wait till tomorrow, kind of thing. Or even on vacation, it's like if you think of a trip, it's like, it's very spontaneous. I feel like for some trips, like, you two like to plan things out. It's like, hey, yeah, next year it would be really nice to go here, and plan out like a trip like a year in advance. But then there's some trips where you both are just like, yeah, let's go there next month. It's let's figure it out and figure out how to get there next month. So there's some dates that you have that are like very like planned for like a year ahead. Maybe it's even like while you're on this anniversary date, you're like, oh, you know what we have to do? Like this. Like, yeah, let's definitely do that for next anniversary. It's like, yeah, totally. And like you both kind of talk about it throughout the year, a little bit here and there randomly, and it gets planned, right? But then there's some things where it's just like, I really feel like going to a place like this. It's been long days recently. It's like, yeah, let's do that. I'm totally down. I know a place like that. Let's go here. I'll plan the trip. We'll go next month. It's like, depending. You two have very spontaneous ideas, but you two are also very long-term planners. It works though. It really does work. And that's where I got like the patience in reverse. It's like you two have the patience to do things like long term, which the universe loves. The universe loves patience and waiting for divine timing, right? Divine counterparts know, if you've listened to tarot for a long time. And you two have that. You two are the kind of people that accomplishes big dreams because you're willing to take on something that takes a long time to accomplish. But at the same time, both of you manifest really quickly. And I think it's because you're willing to take on bigger long-term projects that the universe also allows you to manifest things quickly. Some things quickly, spontaneous things, fun things quickly. Because both of you are proved to the universe so many times that you're very, very patient, and you continue to with your longer goals. So I feel like this couple is actually very lucky in manifesting so many little things all the time because you take on some bigger goals. Wow. All right, so what about in terms of emotions, expressing that emotion? Guide. A guide, mentor, a trustworthy ally. I do feel like the both of you love to tell each other everything, kind of. You know, I feel like the two of you love to gossip, love to tell each other what you think this person is doing, or how you think this person will turn out, or what the right move for this person is. But you two kind of keep it to yourselves. You don't really go telling other people. Yeah, you don't tell each other. You don't tell other people each other's secrets, and you don't tell other people's secrets to anyone else, but to each other you tell each other everything. And it's kind of letting out your like bad side with each other. You both trust each other so much that you don't think the other person, like, there's no doubt in your mind that the other person will keep this between the two of you. I feel like both of you need that too, because with the long-term plans that you two are doing, I feel like you both are doing something. You're taking on a huge undertaking. A lot of people might look to you as leaders, or if this is something more a smaller project or more private project, it feels like you have to kind of be very professional most of the time, or outwardly in your external world, both of you. So when it's like, I don't know, it's like people hold you to a different standard, to a higher standard, and you two have to hold each other to a higher standard out in the public for some reason, that you can only truly be bad with each other. So I won't be surprised if you two kind of tell each other how you really feel about people, places, things, and topics. It keeps things very spicy and interesting in your conversations with each other. Yeah, because I feel like with conversations with others, it seems like there's a lot of politics involved, I'm getting. So I don't know if you two are like part of a business, or part of a community, a group where there's a lot of people involved, and you have to like be very diplomatic. But the two of you, and you take on a lot, like you're taking on a lot of multiple long-term projects. So it's nice to just kind of talk shit about everything with each other. It's like the only time you can really is with each other, and you two understand that, because like you two are just so high frequency with the amount of things that you're taking on. It's nice to be able to release some of that negative energy together. The Magician, interesting, in reverse. And that you two do a lot. So you two do have to keep in tip-top shape, I'm getting energetically, because you two are bringing in very, very big things into your lives, into the world. It's like you two are clear channels, and so it doesn't happen often, but when you need to let your shadow self out, there's no best friend you'd rather gossip with than your partner. Yeah, because with a guide and mentor and teacher, I feel like the two of you are looked up to a lot, like as mentors, as guides, or a pillar of the community or something. So it's like you two both know each other's like dirty little secrets, and it's like a really private club, just the two of you. I feel like people envy that. I feel like there's people who know, like friends and family and some other colleagues, that kind of know that you must have like some strong opinions, or some like you're being very like diplomatic sometimes, like too perfect to a fault sometimes in front of others, and that they like wonder, like, oh, I wonder what goes on behind those walls or those closed doors, I wonder how they make these really tough decisions. Because I do feel like with that kind of level of responsibilities, which I feel like you two have, I feel like some sort of leader, manager, boss, CEO type energy, on the console, whatever. And so you two need to present your best a lot. And you two have to make a lot of tough decisions, which you both don't mind doing. It's like comes with the territory, right? And both of you are like, yeah, we rather take that responsibility. We don't mind. We understand taking that responsibility. But you have to make a lot of tough decisions. But you're both so very organized, very sharp-witted. Already have a lot of success. 10 of Wands. You're both are very, very successful. People listen to you. Both of you. That when you have to make the tough decisions, you turn to each other to make that call. You two have to talk about things that other people may not be comfortable talking about, but it's kind of what comes to the territory of being a boss energy at that level. If you know, you know. All right, so how do the two of you present outwardly to others and into the future? Kuan Yin's Pink Dragon brings firm love that resets your karmic balance. See all your cores dissolved by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. Yeah, you have unprecedented good luck, the two of you. I feel like if anything looks bad or goes wrong, or it's a tough decision to make, or tough circumstances to overcome, both of you, it just seems like things work out in your favor. It seems there's always good luck coming through. And it's because both of your loves transcends whatever the two of you are presented with. The energy of your love is so powerful and so strong. It literally shines light and love into anything that doesn't have as much light, which is darkness. So any dark situation, troubling times, it feels like the amount of love and light that both of you hold is so strong, it fills all those empty holes of darkness. Yeah, that's why it feels like your life is very smooth. Both of your lives are very smooth. There's always like a balance. Yeah. I'm like taken aback a little bit because this I just got this deck, but this Kuan Yin's pink deck, Pink Dragon, I looked up a long time ago. Let's see. 4 years ago. Maybe longer than 5 years ago. Wow, I haven't seen this card, Kuan Yin's Pink Dragon, since then. But it's a very, very profoundly significant card for me. So let me pause for a second. All right, so I'm getting smooth sailing, an immense amount of love. It's like a divine love. Yeah, it's funny because anytime you even tell someone a secret or something that's like could make you vulnerable, make the partnership vulnerable, or the whatever projects you're working on vulnerable, it feels like you always tell it to the right person. I feel like you two attract the right people, the right trustworthy people. I feel like the two of you can build a team very well. I feel like the two of you have the eye for it too. You have the eye to kind of connect people, the right people with the right talents and skills and know-how and wisdom and experience or whatever. Yeah. And the Page of Wands. People seek you out. Opportunities come to you very quickly. Like I said before, it feels like things manifest very quickly as soon as you two have an idea or kind of have like a decision to make or something to do. It feels like very soon after thing you needed to manifests. It happens a lot. So whether you're deciding to go in a different direction in your business, for example, like the right opportunity comes along. Or if you're looking for the right person to fill this role, the right person comes along. Or if you're looking for the right, hospital to have your kid in, the right hospital appears, or Abdullah or whatever. And if you're deciding to go on vacation, like it's like, oh, I need a place like this, the right kind of place pops up. Or needing idea to kind of deal with a slight health issue at this time, the right information pops right up. Even if you're making, like, you have a really difficult decision to make, and it just, this decision was just brought to the both of you like an hour ago, like within an hour or two, it's very clear what decision to make because the right information is presented to you immediately, or one option drops off, so it's like very evident for you what option you have to work with and kind of make do or improve. Yeah. The two of you reset a lot of karma around you. That's why, and that's another reason why things manifest so quickly for the two of you. It's because even the things that you two gossip about is usually true. I'm getting it. Usually, like, ends up being true. And you both kind of see it, like, oh, that person that you said you was going to go into that career ends up going into that career, or that person that you feel like needs to work on this health issue finds out that they have that health issue, or this person probably has this kind of experience or this kind of skill set, find out that they do, or this company is going to probably make this kind of move, they end up making that kind of move. So that's another thing, like, you keep things secret between the two of you. It's like a trade secret, like you two kind of understand trends, or your intuitions are so on point that you can you can pick up on a lot of things that is happening or will happen. We're getting insider secrets, and it's like you don't want to tell it to the wrong person. But I'm getting there's so much luck on your side. You two always happen to tell the right people at the right time. I feel like sometimes you let people in your little secret club, and it'll be like one person, a few people, a small group at a time. Not always for a long time. It's always the two of you, but like every once in a while you let one or a few people in, tell them what they need to do, tell them the secrets that divine intel that they might need to know in order to make moves for your projects, or for the community, or for their family, or whatever. I feel like that's a skill that you two develop. It's like fortune telling. You can tell the future. You can tell what might be the highest and best for someone, or a potential highest and best for someone. You can see that in trends. You can see that for companies. You can see that for the collective at large. So the two of you work very closely together, but you use it differently. You use these abilities to work on a lot of long-term projects, but these are things that, I don't know, you both kind of make it, like, kind of keep it secret, make sure that not everyone knows, or most people don't know that you have these talents and abilities, which is why you like the long-term things, because it'll work out, but like you're trying to not make too many moves too quickly, because then there'll be a lot of attention on the two of you. And the two of you kind of like working behind the scenes for your bigger goals, but like immediate goals, yeah, you're like, you two manifest things like crazy. And it feels like wherever you go, you leave a lot of love and light energy. So it's like Like, for example, if you meet like a friend and they're having issues in with their home or with their relationships with their immediate family, like you two go visit, you didn't know that they're going to have all these troubles with their physical home and with their relationships within the home, and you two come in and it's like you two say the exact right things, you bring in a lot of love and light and like fill the holes, like, you know, you have the right contact to fix that thing in your home or the right knowledge to teach them how to fix it so they know how to do it next time. Say the right things so the, you know, relationships between the family members is all settled and peaceful and it's healed, and you know they have the light and love that fills that darkness that can grow more love and light. You two kind of spread wildflowers of love and light everywhere. Yeah, so it's like wherever you go, you're always doing light work. And you two know you have this like incredible, it's like a superpower, good luck superpower. And that's because you two can channel so much light energy. You can see the truth. You two like to talk about it. It seems like gossiping, but it's not. It's like you two are kind of like, oh yeah, this person would be a great, you know, doctor. Like, okay, great. Like, oh, do you think they would do well going in the more traditional path and, you know, going through school, med school and this and that? Or do you think they would do better like taking some leadership, having some leadership experiences and then going through the traditional path? Or do you think they would be better at like approaching it with a holistic view? Like, you know, you two kind of like talking about everything in that kind of detail. Not playing God, but playing like if I were in their shoes or something like that, you know? You two kind of see a lot of perspectives, have a lot of insight, and you realize you can't talk to a lot of people like this. You do have your group of friends, and you do bring in people who kind of can tell that there's a unique way to the way that you two work together. It's very intriguing. Everyone, it's magnetic. Like, people find you both together so mysterious and it's alluring, super, super sexy. Oh my goodness, you two are the hottest couple in like 100-mile radius, you know, of the place. Undoubtedly, but that mystique and that unknowing about how you two work, it's very mysterious and very seductive to people who don't know you personally, you two personally. Yeah, that's why everyone like wants to be in your inner circle, wants to know what's going on with you two, like wants to know how you two think and how you two process things and how you two make decisions and how you two like feel, or just, you know, what you do in your normal lives. I do feel like you two are very private, and only let in the people that you want to let in. All right, and what is like the pillar for the two of you that holds you two down in love and in life? What is something that you two honor or make it a priority in your life? It's kind of the template of how you go about love and life. Freedom. Yeah, there's a lot of freedom here. I feel like the two of you have a lot of power and a lot of luck on your side, and you both know it. It's because the two of you channel a lot of divine energy. This is a power couple. You have a lot of long-term projects that you don't want any, like, you're not looking for fame or recognition or anything like that. You genuinely have these long-term projects to better the world. I feel like what the two of you like to do is these spontaneous dates, these spontaneous like brainstorming sessions, or like whatever is exciting you in the moment, like going for that. You two both definitely have patience. I can see you two kind of laying on the beach or in the field, just spending time with each other, always very interested in each other's conversations. You two are very cute, holding hands, really looking deep into each other's eyes, smiling at each other all the time. But there is a sense of freedom. You two can be completely yourselves in front of each other, and the other person will completely and fully accepts you, but also indulges you. they play along. If you have an idea, they're like, yeah, well, I think this, they add to the conversation, they add to your idea, and you love that, they love that too, that you do that for them. If there is like a whim that you two want, if there's like a craving, you guys indulge each other, or if it's been days of hard work, it's like, yeah, let's do something fun. It's like, yeah, you can do that. You also give each other space if either one of you needs it, but I feel like both of you like being together and prefer it. When I say space, I mean like being on the other side of the house and just being there for a couple days without so much as a knock on the door, maybe just one knock and everything's cool, okay, but just kind of having like a staycation away from that person. I think freedom is so important to the two of you, which is why with your talents and abilities of being able to see the future and see the truth about people and pick up things from their Akashic records, that you don't like to mess with people's free will. Like that's another reason you kind of keep things to yourself, because it's like not everyone is meant to know everything, and you two understand that. Even though you can read it, you can read things, you can read people, you can read situations, you can see the future, you can see different possibilities very, very well. You two are analytical, very organized in your thoughts, very smart, intelligent, so intelligent in so many different ways. So you discuss it with each other because you two find it interesting. It's like, oh, isn't it funny? Like, not funny. Isn't it interesting? Like, this person had this kind of past life, and they're in this life, and they're here doing this, and it's like kind of like you get to see if it's like if you're supposed to step in or not. I feel like you definitely are like one of God's soldiers, and you definitely do a lot of angelic healing work for people, or channeling work for people. When you're needed, when both of you are needed, but I feel like the two of you are more often than not told not to. It's because you get channelings and inklings like very, very often, but it would change the future and people's future a lot if you just told everyone what was going to happen. So you keep it hidden. You have a lot of long-term projects going. You kind of keep that kind of hidden for now. Everything makes sense. Everything makes sense. Why you kind of don't really want too much attention for those big projects. Like you want attention for the project, but not like where the ideas are coming from or why everything seems to be going so positive for those projects. And then also why you don't want so much success and so many projects so quickly. But you do have so many instantaneous ideas and downloads, like really, really good ones that you use it for yourself. If it's something to help, your health or your partner or your, immediate family or something, immediate surroundings, your home, like you both like to do it, take action on it because it's a divine idea and you both like to manifest it. But when it comes to other people, you two kind of discuss it, like, is this the right thing? You kind of check in. It's like, all right, this person was brought on our path for a reason, or this person, is better off not knowing. Maybe we can give them like a hint, but like they're meant to kind of go their own path. True light worker is this pile. Okay. The Chariot. Wow, the Magician and the Chariot. So, you two, with the amount of intelligence and how many skills and how organized the both of you are, how many ideas you two have, and how awesome your manifestation abilities are. It's just a representation of how, first of all, how grand your love is and how grand your love for the divine is, but also how you can accomplish so much so quickly in this lifetime, but you understand it's not pile three's show in the world only, it's, you two kind of like war strategies or urban planning or, anything where you have to create a world, you two are really, really good at. But, it's like You're not the only ones in the world, right? Um, I feel like there's a lot that you two accomplish behind the scenes, just the two of you. Yeah, that you might keep secret or private for a large portion of your life, or only share it with certain people. I'm getting a lot of the things that you to work on will be kind of revealed later in life or after you two have passed on. Or when it's time, I'm getting. Because we have the compass here, we have the wheel of the chariot here. When it's time. Yeah, because you two can see the future. You have a very, very good idea of it. It's pretty accurate too, most of the time. And so you kind of like, sometimes just sit and wait and, read a book and let things play out. So the two of you have a lot of fun. It's like a game for you, this life. Because you have to kind of, when it's time for you to make a move, you two make the move. And that's fun. It's also fun to just like let it play out and see how it happens. But you have so much energy that you're channeling through that there is no limit to what you two can create and have fun with, and interesting little projects you can do, figure out. I feel like it's so much wisdom though that you might write it down in books, you give it to portions of it to different people, but I feel like it's like too much information for the world. So it's like, maybe later in your life or after you are gone, more of your findings will be revealed. Some of it is just like ancient knowledge coming back or forgotten knowledge coming back, and other things are just like things that you two have interest in and kept logs of and studied and improved, and technologies you've made or techniques that you've improved on, things like that. Yeah, you two have a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm even getting like it's impossible to not have a good time with each other. Impossible. You two are just always on like a contented baseline. Like you can't go lower than just being content. The two of you are so high frequency that there's only light and love. Yeah, it seems like you two are in a 5D energy. Wow. Except for this couple, like you when you come into union, you're in that 5D energy and you continue to be in it. No wonder no one can touch you. And why you kind of stay out of the limelight sometimes. But yeah, it's so fun. It's very, very fun. It's like you're living like a secret agent life, The two of you have a lot of fun doing that. And it's like you're light workers on missions when you're tasked with one from the divine, but otherwise you're kind of using your time to do, brush up on anything you want to brush up on. You want to learn new languages, new instruments, new skills, whatever you want to do. You're more than set for life. It's like you're in that in between here and heaven. And it's like you both are living in a different world. Yeah, so I can see why you kind of don't communicate with certain people a lot, and you can with others. I'm even getting, funny enough, that there's like a lot of other 5D couples and friends, soul family that you interact with when you go visit them or on this other plane of existence. That there's like a whole different life there. But I'm not getting like a glimpse into that because of freedom. Like there's certain people who are listening to this reading will be listening to this reading that are not meant to know what's on the other side just yet. All right, so pile 3. It seems like, wow. Yeah, you're in that light love energy from union. And you continue that. And you're like on this like higher dimensional plane of existence. That's amazing. I guess the patience has paid off very, very largely. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I really appreciate like or comment. This is of course for the very highly spiritual, divine souls that are coming into love unions. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 4 with the All card. We're looking at the thoughts of you, specifically in terms of what your future together will look like. So what about the dates, the kind of actions, the time you'll spend together? By the way, this is a highly spiritual reading, and I am using my mythical decks, using unicorn, mermaid, and dragon. Okay. Awareness. Live in the moment. Be conscious of your thoughts and look for signs and guidance. Yeah, I'm getting mythical mornings. Live in the moment. I feel like they're excited for each day. They wake up and they're like, yeah, let's live life. I feel like this is the kind of life with this person. It's like every day, every morning, almost every morning, it's like very special. It's like bright, sunny. Even if it's raining, it's beautiful. You know, it's just, let's attack the day kind of person. You know, I don't know if this person was ever like that. I don't know if this person was a morning person before, but like with you and after this new yin, yeah, they are like, let's live life. Let's live every day to the fullest. 9 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like, let's see. It's kind of not shuffled as well. The Hierophant popped up. Okay. It feels like it took too long to get here, too long to be together. And they're like, I waited my whole life to live these moments. I'm not going to let it pass by. You might even have a quick wedding. Or things might move pretty quickly in the beginning. You know, moving in together or getting all the kind of traditional relationship things done. I feel like I'm getting from this first 6 months to a year and a half of this relationship. It feels like you two kind of do all the typical boyfriend, girlfriend kind of things or husband, wife kind of things. To kind of have experience and get it out of the way. So you can have the more mystical, miraculous, magical moments and days. Yeah, so it does feel like they want you to experience everything that you wanted to experience, all the typical experiences, to just kind of like have them. But then it feels like they very quickly, or in the process of having all this experience, they want really quickly look forward to all the magical moments and all the things that you two want to do in life that is atypical and different and unique and special for the two of you. I'm getting this image of like having a very unique home in the middle of the woods, and you can kind of see like the sun come up in the morning, and it just kind of ignites the entire sea of green in front of you through the window or something like that. It's very beautiful. It's like you want to wake up early in the morning. You both are energized in the morning, not just from the sun, not just from the scenery, just from the love you have for each other, for like the feeling of we've achieved our divine purpose. We came here to live this kind of life, and we're living it now. It's like, it's very exciting. You can tell in my tone, like this energy is really like getting me pumped. It's like really exciting. It's like, what does this day have in store for us? Or maybe there's a lot of things that you two want to do. It's like, yeah, today we're gonna do this, or I can't wait till do that later today, or like, look at this morning. What do you want to do? Do you want to like stay in? Do you want to have breakfast in bed? Do you want to go for a hike? Do you want to take a nice warm bath? Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to start the day with? It's very exciting because it's like, I feel like they're very excited to live this life with you. Wow. Yeah, and I feel like after doing all like the typical things, which is anywhere from 6 months to like about 2 years, I feel like the two of you kind of decide to go the more untraditional route and kind of set your own path of how you want to live life and the kinds of things you want to see every day. Yeah. I feel like all the experiences that you wanted with someone, but you were like waiting for the right person to come in, waiting for this physical union or for this like deeper physical union. It feels like everything that you wanted to happen between you and your person, like you two do that kind of thing first, and then you kind of like, it's like, okay, we did that, check that off the list. We did the things that we both wanted to do, and in a couple setting or in this really true love union or deeper union, before this physical union. And now we get to like let our creativity and imagination go wild and really uncap like the possibilities of our life. And I feel like the two of you really procure a life based on what you love doing every day. Yeah, really, really creating a home and an environment, I'm getting, that allows more miracles and magical things to happen. Even like small things like wind chimes or, crystals in the window, or a lot of different kinds of plant, maybe kind of like a greenhouse or an atrium, or maybe a pool inside the home, or a nice big koi pond, or a really, really nice bathtub, or just kind of like different kinds of eating nooks, or a different kind of kitchen, maybe an outdoor kitchen, maybe indoor outdoor kitchen, maybe an indoor outdoor living area, maybe something really, really high up, or something kind of below the ground, or something very unique to both of you that you've always wanted, that makes it magical for the two of you. Both of you are very, very interested in having magical moments every day. Live in the moment. Yeah. You two are very, very much folks that live in the moment. I feel like you two don't even like to look at a clock unless it's like aesthetically pleasing. You don't like to schedule things. It's like if guests come over, you always have something. You always have a couple of appetizers or hors d'oeuvres ready to go. It's just because like you two like appetizers and hors d'oeuvres for yourselves. And so you always have plenty. Maybe a huge garden. You can always pick something and, add an extra table to the dinner table, add extra chair. Maybe you have a lot of little areas or big areas for entertaining. And I feel like things are a little bit more spontaneous. It's kind of, even when it comes to communicating and connecting with others in the neighborhood or family and friends, it kind of happens more organically. You like to let the day evolve and let the day tell the both of you what you're going to be doing today. I love that. I'm getting an artistic perspective. So I feel like the two of you kind of maybe work in a more creative field, and so it's kind of worth it to live in a more inspired space and have be able to live in a more magical kind of lifestyle, because it inspires the two of you and it helps with whatever you two work on. That's why I'm getting no set schedule, because I feel like you two kind of like to work on organic schedules. So maybe that's with sun up, sun down, or maybe you two kind of like to go with the flow. Maybe you put in a few hours here or there. Yeah, but I do feel like you two kind of work in a more creative or intuitive field line of work where having a lot of inspiration and magical moments happen around you to inspire you is very helpful. Also, a good thing with your relationship, when the mood strikes, the two of you are always so happy to partake in really romantic moments while it's happening. Um, I'm getting there's like a lot of like beautiful areas all around your home. Um, yeah, like a day bed near like a really, really big windows, or, you know, things like that. It's very visually stunning. I'm kidding. It's hard not to have romantic moments with each other because of how gorgeous you've created your home and your life together. Just like making dinner together, like not every single day, otherwise you'll never eat. But a lot of times, yeah, just like making dinner together, just um, talking over coffee, or just seeing the other person cuddle up with a good book in that beautiful scenery or that beautiful architectural part of the home or something like that. Just it really puts you in that moment. It just makes you both feel like so special and feel so good to be alive and just appreciating every moment. Yeah, I feel like you two kind of have a lot of dates inside the home. You know, it's like whenever you find each other, it's like a magical moment inside the home even. You used to spend a lot of time outside the home too. I feel like within the community though, so you might go on a lot of trails and you might go, you know, visit the community center and a lot of community areas. But I feel like the two of you are more kind of, you like to see the beauty within the place that you live, and you see the seasons go by, and you know the people that you feel like home to you, a community to you, and you know beautiful things in your home. You see the things in your home differently every single time. The way it looks outside and the beautiful scenery around your home looks different in every season. It looks different, and it's just something you two are feel so blessed to have this little corner of the world as your own. Okay, so what about in terms of emotions? How you express your emotions to each other? Honor the masculine, respecting men, embracing the masculine and divine. All right, I'm getting you to really like to like acts of service, like really like to help each other out. First and foremost, like if you have an idea of something that will add to your life in terms of making your daily routines better or making the home more aesthetically pleasing or more ergonomic or more practical, both of you love to work on home projects together. So I do see both of you working. If someone has an idea for the home, whether it's an idea both of you have and want to work on together, or one of you has, like the other person's always on board. You like physically working around the home too. I bet you two have like a beautiful garden or outdoor areas, multiple outdoor areas. You both are very active. Not you don't have to be like workout fiends, but I'm getting like just you always creating energy like around the home, wishing around the home, wishing around the community. Like to be at different spots in the home kind of thing, you're always like moving the energy within your home and within the community, and within your work, within your interests. You're always moving the energy. It makes sense because you two kind of are very inspired by moments, but it's like the energy you create, like little like wind tunnels. I'm getting like wherever you two go and energetically, and it's really good because it kind of stirs things up. It makes things magical for other people to experience too. I feel like when the two of you entertain, even with just the two of you, like like a lot of magical things happen, and like people notice it too when they're around you and around the two of you. It's just it's fun. You two are definitely people that people want to invite to events and such. You make everything more entertaining. You always look at things at a different perspective. You always make things a little bit more fun. Add a lot of creativity and a lot of, like, activities to whatever you do. But at the same time, you two like to spend time on your own and just with each other as well. I mean, these little tornadoes, and then you settle, and then little tornadoes, and you settle. But it's kind of like you, because you two appreciate being in the moment so much, it's like you create more divinely curated chaos around you, which is shaking up the energy, moving. I'm getting more moving the energy, to make things happen, to allow for miracles to happen. Yeah, you set that you divine out for things to happen for you too. Interesting. 10 of Cups. Oh wow. Yeah, in terms of how you two express your emotions to each other, you're never not expressing your love to each other, which is very beautiful. And I feel like the two of you are very physical in how you express your love to each other. Very touchy-feely, very affectionate. So along with acts of service, you two are also very like touch, human touch. You two are constantly kissing each other's cheeks, breathing on each other's necks, gently running your finger across each other's arms, playing with each other's hair, hugging, kissing, flirtatiously touching each other, a little butt slap here and there, a little spin, a little dance, a little bit of, there's a lot of physical adornment I'm getting from each other, always, all the time. In front of other people, even when you're not in front of other people, just all the time. It's just who you two naturally are. Even words of affirmation, even compliments, you two are always encouraging each other. I feel like the way you show love is more like physically, through physical touch and acts of service, but you two also give each other so much support. Like throughout the day, you can just see the other person, or can hear from the other person that they're working on this, and you're always like, oh yeah, like I love how you're, I saw how it was coming along, I love how your project's coming along, it looks great, or oh yeah, like I saw you before you left this morning, I loved the outfit you were wearing, it looked really good on you. Always supporting each other, always supporting each other. So I feel like that's like more in like a partnership and like friendship kind of way that you use words of affirmation, always giving each other support. When it comes to expressing love, both of you are very touchy-feely and love to support each other through acts of service. Cooking for each other, massaging one another, making things for, each other to make each other happy, more comforted. Things that would make the other person's life more easier. Things like that. Very supportive couple this is. And it's like funny because it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like a surprise every time you bump into each other, even if you're in the same home. It's like you acknowledge each other, you greet each other, even if it's very quickly, just passing by each other in the hallway. It's just a quick peck on the cheek, and you move, like, you never go without acknowledging each other. But if you can, you'd like, anytime someone mentions what they're working on or what they're doing that day, their support. You two kind of do your own things, and you're always doing, and then do things together. It's like it's very random, but it seems so systematically, the way that you two kind of move around the home and the community and with your work and stuff like that. It seems random, but it feels systematic. It feels like a clockwork, but like everything's not, the gears are never the same. It's not never in the same spot, never the same kind of energy. It's always a little bit different scenery, different people, different vibe, different projects, but it's like everything works so seamlessly. It's always moving so wonderfully. Okay. All right, let's see. In terms of how you two present yourselves outwardly to others, and then in the future, into the future. Green Gold Dragon from Sirius brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. So I'm getting this energy of like the reason that you two kind of spend a lot of time by yourself, and then a lot of time together, and a lot of time with other people, and then a lot of time by yourself, out and about, is just because, oh, look at this movement. I love this movement around the earth. Yeah, you two are the movers and shakers of the world. You two are figuring out a way to kind of quantify randomness. I feel like people already do this, but I feel like you both are doing it in a more intuitive way, in your own way. Wow, the two of you are working on something very big. I was gonna say, because you two work out of the home a lot, I feel like this would be the couple with the homestead, or like, in a smaller community, or creative. I said creative or intuitive field. Yeah, so you two are downloading ideas, big like template of ideas, in order to change the way that people think, or change the way that people connect to that intuition, or connect to their creativity. That's wow. It's something that's gonna affect people on a much larger scale. Yeah, it might have something to do with how to connect people to their passion, their true interest, how to connect people to the divine, how to connect people to their intuition, but in a different way that has been approached before, or more refined, or subtle, or detailed, or specific way, nuanced way of connecting to the divine, connecting to the magic of the universe, of connecting to the energy. Some of you might go at it and like through a scientific approach, but I do feel like it's more heavily creative and intuitive based. Yeah, I felt that, because I'm like, you have some sort of something figured out to like be in the flow. You figured it out, like how to be in the flow, in the physical, in a masculine way, in the masculine energy, which is in the physical, right? And you figured out some sort of flow, and you mastered it, and you're making it work, kind of explaining it to people, how to create this flow, how not to keep things stagnant or the same, because change is the only constant, right? But if you're gonna create a tiny bit of chaos or a tiny bit of change in order to create more flow, not be so chaotic and explosive, but flow in the way that you would want it to flow, with the divine energy, in the way that is favorable to you and to those around you. Yeah, I don't know how to explain this, but you figured out the flow. The two of you figured out the flow. You have practiced it within your own connection, your own partnership, within connections to others, within your own home, within your own community. I feel like you two are like kind of the master template, and you're going to be showing the world how to kind of implement this in their own communities, in their own homes, in their own relationships, in their own passions, in their own work. Even this way that you two work, it's beautiful. I wish you could explain it. It seems like the two of you are going to figure out a way to explain it. I'm getting it slightly different for, obviously every person or every couple or situation or place, but it's the gist of it, or the basic concept of it, is kind of the same. The High Priestess, yeah, you two are very, very highly divine, very, very divinely connected. I wouldn't call it channeling. I would call it like you have a streamline connection to the divine. It's not like downloads. It's almost kind of like you have a connection to this field. It's not the Akashic Records. Like the field of ideas or something. Anyway, I know there's like different like levels. Like there's like the mental realm, the etheric realm, and like the astral realm, and all these kind of realms. But wherever like ideas are formed and come from, you have like a streamlined connection to that, and so does your partner. And you can kind of bring in ideas that you want or wish or need, you know, but it's like a small streamline where you can only bring in like a little bit of ideas at a time, but it's easy for you to magnetize the ideas that you wish and want and need. And so it's like subtle, and it's like not so many ideas that you can cause chaos again, but enough to keep things moving in a certain pace. I don't know how to describe this. Hopefully I did okay. You two have figured that out. You live in this really synergistic life. That's why I think it's so important to create this home. Like I think you two will like build this home from the ground up, or like really whatever home that you two move into or buy, or if you're living in it now, like redo it and completely to work with this kind of flow you're in. I feel like you would not live in a square home. Like I feel like you would live in like a curvy home. Yeah, but, or like at least everything kind of the floor plan is so like it flows. Everything just flows. I feel like the two of you have figured it out how to be in that flow state and keep it that way. There's something magical about this. Okay, let me go into the next thing and see what else comes through. Like the sacred technology, I feel like it's a spiritual technology. It's like technology of the body. I'm getting some sort of equilibrium. Some sort of equilibrium is formed in something in the body that allows this flow state to be continuously flowing, to allow this flow state to keep going within you. It's almost like being in that kundalini energy all the time, but not. It's something different. Don't know how to describe it. I've never heard anything like it. Watch me, like after I get a strong download like that, like after a few hours, like something will pop up in my email or something that will talk about this specific topic that I never heard of until now. Okay, so what about you? What will the two of you honor the most in your life to use as like a template for your love life and your life in general? Inspiration. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I literally said that. I'm like, yeah, you honor the inspiration, this divine inspiration that you two receive all the time. You two figured out a way to kind of receive inspiration all the time by creating just a little bit of movement, a little bit of action, and connecting to the divine. Like, you know how you get a lot of signs and synchronicities? It's kind of like that, but it's like kind of getting it when you want it and how you want it and for what you need it for. And it's happening like consistently, but it's not happening like bam, 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 where you're overwhelmed and creating too much chaos. But it's like just a gentle trickling of the right signs, synchronicities, ideas flowing into your physical life, giving you the idea of what to do next with this project or this idea, this creation or this situation, this decision, this partnership, how to grow and evolve this thing that you're working on. Incredible. Wow. And the star card. Oh, wow. I love that it's two jellyfishes. That's so funny. From two different decks. I have to look that up. Okay. I kid you not. all the things I just was saying, you know, how I just said, like, oh, watch me get like proof of it in like a few hours or something, of this concept I'm just talking about. It's in this spirit animal description of the jellyfish. I this is wow. So Cornisha is my go-to person for sacred spiritual animal meanings, and she has this way of finding really really deep profound meanings of spirit animals or any symbology that she writes about in her blog. And the thing is, like, everyone has like generic meanings for different animals and symbols, but she goes so deep, so deep, in fact, that I don't just use it for any like, if I just see something like really quickly or it doesn't have any deep significance to me, I don't go to her blog. But if it's something that like I see and I'm like for example, like, what was it, a couple of weeks ago I came across a black bear, and that was the first time I came across a black bear face to face. And it was significant because when I moved here, actually, I came across a black bear, and that was like, it was so majestic, and I knew like this was the spot after looking for like many years for where to move. And so I knew it had a really strong meaning to me, and I looked it up for her. Like, if something has a really really deep significance and really strong symbology, I look it up. And she was talking about often something is required as an offering to remove a blockage. And the jellyfish is symbolic for faith and favor, experience, and a breakthrough. And it talks about you're not supposed to hold on to things, you're supposed to let it flow. And it's a cycle of infinite wisdom, which I mentioned, like, oh, this like wisdom, this kind of idea, and these cycles, these kind of, it's like gears, it's like moving. Yeah, and so it's a breakthrough, and also symbolic for public speaking and allowing your message to flow like water. And you probably had like experienced a blockage before, so it's kind of like unblocking that energy and letting yourself be connected, that conduit that streamlines to that higher realm. And it's like it's different than getting like it's like getting downloads after you have that physical experience in the physical. It's like you get a glimpse of that divine spark in the environment around you, or within your body, or within the physical realm, and that is what gives you that's what holds you like in awe and gives you that magnificent, majestic, magical feeling. And it's like a miracle, and you get to experience that, and that gives you the idea or the download or the what you needed. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a different way. It's not channeling like the typical way. It's like it like manifests in the physical, and then you get inspired by that. Because I feel like it's not just an idea, it's like a world, you know? I feel like it's like whatever you can do with that world. Like that it's not an idea, it's like it's like a vision or a character or like a scene or an environment or something that you can like take and run with. So it's not like just like an idea, it's not something you could take and like run with. I guess that's an idea. I don't know how to describe it. I'm trying my best. I'm sorry. This is very, very different and unique. Bring universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Yeah, it's just the way that you two flow. you're showing others how to be in this flow state. And that's the interesting thing. What I'm getting is like when you go into like the higher dimensions, like for example, like 5D or 60 beings, 70 beings, 80 beings, they have, it seems like they have like less will, but it's what it is that they're more in the flow. They're more connected to the divine, and they kind of see where, how everything's supposed to go, what role everyone has and everything like that. So they're able to play their roles out more seamlessly, which is probably why they think that the 3D life, it looks so chaotic, right? So I feel like it's kind of like that. It's our transition into being in that flow state more, and being in that divine flow and that higher vibrational energy more consistently. And how you operate differently when you're from that flow state. It's like you're consistently in it, and it's in a more masculine way. It's in a more physical way. This is different than what I've seen other people do. It manifests. It's not signs and synchronicities. It's like these moments of awe, these moments of like mini miracles that kind of give you that feeling of like, wow, how magical is this? I guess a lot of us have experienced that in moments when we're experiencing like spiritual bliss, and it's just like, oh, you just want to cry because of how beautiful everything is, or how you feel like so in the moment, how you feel connected to everything. But it's like kind of being in that state consistently to kind of manifest it consistently. There, finally explained it. Okay. Proud of myself. All right, so pile 4, I hope this resonated. This is definitely for my more higher frequency, divinely connected, divine counterpart, soul fam. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I really appreciate it, like a comment. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.